Hi everyone, so we're back at it again with another hacker rank, and this time we're doing week two's questions. Week two's questions are, I'm hoping it's slightly harder and it'll be more interesting, and the videos might get a bit longer, but I will try to mix in a bit of a speed run here and there so that it's interesting to watch. Let's get straight to this question, which is sales by match. So I read this question briefly and I have a rough idea of how to approach it, but I'll just walk through the question again. So there's a large pile of socks that must be paired by color, and given an array of integers representing the color of each sock, determine how many pairs of socks with matching colors there are. So by saying seven, they say that there are seven socks. But what is happening is we're just trying to find as many pairs as possible. So 1 is a pair, 2 is a pair. And after that, we don't have any more pairs. So effectively, we have 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 lonely orphans. So in the end, we just need to return 2 because they ask us to return how many pairs of socks with matching colors there are. So 1 and 2, that's all we need to do. So in this case, there are a few ways to approach this, but I'm going to go with my friendly hash table kind of idea. So I'm going to make a dictionary to store if a new socks appears, and I'm just going to wait and see until I get to the next sock of the same domain appears. And if it appears, I will count it as 1 pair. And then I'll just keep going to the next one. And if I see another one, I will just, I'm going to flip switches, basically, true, false kind of thing. So if nothing is there, it's going to be a false. I'll create a new one and say false. And if something is added, I'll just flip it to, something like that. That's my initial idea. Maybe I'll think of something better as I'm coding, as I'm starting to code. Okay, so first things first, let's just see what we are dealing with. So print NAR. So I'm going to run this. Okay, HackerRank seems a tad bit faster this time. Okay, so yeah, obviously it's wrong because I didn't code anything much. So 9, and there are 9 items inside. So this is kind of a useless value to us because we can get this value by just putting a len AR and we'll immediately get it. But let's ignore that for now. So how am I going to approach this? I effectively wanted to run an ON time complexity. That means just pass through the list in one attempt and I get all the things that I need. And I think it is possible. So I will just start with that for I in range. Okay, I can just do N. Since they gave us N, I'll just use N. I don't need to use AR for this. So for I in range N, I am going to okay, I need to create a new dictionary. So let's say dict is a dictionary. I'm just creating a new one. If AR I not in dict, then we add them into the dict. Maybe I should change the name. I shouldn't keep. I shouldn't. I don't want to keep saying. Okay, I'll just create a new value, a new variable. I'm going to assign this to AR1, ARI, and I'm going to put val here. So if val is not in dictionary, I'm going to add val inside it, and I'm going to give it. So this is the first item that I'm seeing. So if I see one, I'm going to put 1. And I want to keep count of all the socks. So count is equal to 0. So if val is not in dictionary currently, that means it's a new color that it's spotting. It'll just create the color identity in the dictionary and it'll give it a value of 1. Else, that means it has seen it inside. That's when we have to make sure that is it a second item or is it the first time that we're seeing this? So as in, is it the first part of the pair or is it the second part of the pair? So if it is already inside the dictionary, the value could either be 0 or 1. It's like the flag, the switch that I was talking about earlier. So if it is one, that means I already have a sock identified that is an orphan that doesn't have a pair in the dictionary. I'm going to switch it back to 0. Sorry, it's inside, and if dictionary val is equal sign 1, that means it spotted there is one inside the dictionary, and the one that I spotted inside was a 1. Then I switch it back to 0, and I'm going to increase count by 1. Else I'm going to, if it is not 1, it's going to be 0. So if it is 0, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I'm going to make it into 1. Like I'm flipping the switch. If it is 0, I'm going to make it 1. If it's 1, I'm going to make it 0. So if it is 1, I'm making it 0. Else it will be 0, which is here. 0 becomes 1. So by doing so, it kind of acts as a switch that I'm playing around with. And with that, every time I find a pair, I'm counting 1. So in the end, I just need to return the count. Whoops. Okay, bam. Outside the for loop, I need to return count. And if all is well, this should be my final answer. Okay, seems to work on the run cases. Let's see here. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, that was a clean run. I didn't make any mistakes, surprisingly. And yeah, the main concepts of trying to reach the most efficient manner of coding is all there. Like over here, we took note that we only, like this thing is only going to run in an O(n) time complexity. And for accessing anything inside a dictionary, it works in an O(1) time complexity, so it's constant. And hence, we can assume that this is the most efficient way that we can achieve this, because in the end, we have to pass through the entire list anyway. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video and you learned something new from this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.